Thanks for joining us for the third and final installment of Autocar India's Expo Buzz 2014 series of preview podcasts presented by Kotak Mahindra Prime. And today I'm going to be talking bikes with Karthik Singhi. Karthik, great that we're finally doing this. And what a lovely day, man. Outdoor, you've met me halfway. We're between Bombay and Pune and lots to talk about.
Yeah, really, Auto Expo is one time when things go crazy, and every year it seems it's getting crazier still. No different this year.
Surprise, surprise, Bajaj Auto always have their own way of doing things, and apparently KTM is not going to be at Auto Expo 2014.
Yeah, KTM has said that they will. Last year we didn't have even Bajaj at the Auto Expo. This year KTM won't be at the expo, but we will see Bajaj. For most of the enthusiasts, you're going to have to wait to see the RCs, whether it's the 200, 390. Later in the year, that's when Bajaj plan to launch them around mid 2014, and then with the 390 coming in later. But at the expo, what you will see is a Bajaj stall, and we expect to see the faired version of the Pulsar 200 NS. So Bajaj is certainly keeping the excitement levels up and keeping us guessing. Looking forward to seeing that for sure.
We're filming this podcast on the Thursday morning. Just yesterday, Hero MotoCorp had another of their, mega showcases that they like to do with a whole slew of new bikes and things. But this time, there was actually a little bit of a difference because unlike in previous occasions, perhaps where they were primarily, stickering and fairing change jobs, Hero MotoCorp had a series of pretty nice looking and really radical concept bikes on show as well.
I think what Hero MotoCorp did yesterday at the Hero Universe unveil was fantastic. So they've shown a diesel hybrid scooter yesterday, which is, it looks kind of like a scooter step through, something like an M80, and a lot of innovative thought going into that. It's not meant for urban markets, they've thought of it for rural markets.
And some talk of using that diesel motor as a generator as well in rural markets.
Exactly, like really a lot of out of the box thinking. Yes, it is a concept, but nonetheless good to see this kind of concepts being shown. And apart from that, they've shown the Hero Leap, which is their scooter, which is a hybrid scooter. So basically it's got a small petrol motor which just keeps on running, and that's topping off the batteries when they get depleted. So it's it is basically being driven by an electric motor only. The petrol motor is only topping up the batteries. Apart from that, they also had a more normal regular scooter, the Dash, which is a 110cc scooter. They had the
couple of interesting motorcycles.
Yes, the HR250, sorry, that is the HX250R, getting the terminology right still, which is again an engine that they've developed all by themselves. It's got some really very interesting details, all aluminum engine. It's got fuel injection, it's got combined braking, ABS, it's got a trellis swing arm. So really they've not held back when it comes to tech in that sense.
Suzuki had that launch, was it last week, where you had their 250 bike come in and a scooter as well, but a little bit too late with the Suzuki 250. Should they have done this maybe last year?
Yeah, I think Suzuki's coming with the Inazuma, which is their twin-cylinder naked street bike. It's liquid cooled, so high-tech, everything top of the line in that sense. But I think what's the tripping point for anybody coming into this space today is the pricing, and coming back to Bajaj and KTM, because they've just changed the game, changed the landscape in terms of the product and pricing that they are offering. So the Inazuma, even though it may be a great motorcycle, we haven't ridden it yet, sounds good, and we know it should be thoroughly and very well engineered from Suzuki, but at 3.1 lakh rupees for a 250cc seems a bit pricey. But other than that, from Suzuki, they've launched two other motorcycles which are really exciting. One is the Gixxer. They brought the Gixxer name in, and if you ask me, in some ways the Gixxer name probably has more value in the Indian market than Suzuki itself for motorcycles. It brings a sense of excitement. Suzuki hasn't brought too much excitement to the market in terms of motorcycles yet, but the Gixxer name got my attention for sure. And when you look at the design of that bike, it looks fantastic.
Another manufacturer, the biggest Japanese manufacturer in the game, 2012 Auto Expo was a big show of strength for Honda. First time that they were in India at an expo as an independent manufacturer, and this time around, massive lineup from Honda as well.
Yeah, Honda, I must say, like, the speculation around Honda is probably the biggest in terms of what they're bringing, and some of the speculation has been put to rest. CBR 300 is not going to be showcased. From what we know, it is not on the company's plans, on the radar right now, maybe because the dynamics of that space has changed so much. That aside, they will have the CBR 500R, which is the new entry-level mid-size motorcycle, parallel twin. easy for first time riders, yet punchy and fun to ride. So that will be on display. They'll have the CBR 650 as well on display, which is a nice again setup, but kind of like the Ninja 650, I would say. So easy to ride bikes being the focus, but with higher performance. They will, of course, the showstopper of Honda at their show will be their new scooter. They have not said what it is, but we can tell you that it's a 125cc scooter. Rishad's been digging deep about this, and it's a 125cc scooter that's going to be coming. So that will be the main product that will be on display at the Honda stall. Apart from that, they will showcase the PCX 125, which is a high-tech scooter they sell in Europe. And
one thing, when you were talking about showstoppers, tell me about the MotoGP bike, Karthik. That's what I was talking about when you said showstoppers.
I was just going to say that, for the enthusiasts, the thing that's going to be is Marc Marquez's bike is going to be there. So I think a lot of people are going to go there and just bow down, worship and walk off. It's going to be like a praying point of sorts. Please bless me with some of your riding skill.
Well, as you can see, Karthik and I are getting really excited. So we're going to take a quick break, catch our breath a little bit. You listen to some music and a word from our sponsor. And when we come back, we'll talk about a couple of Indian manufacturers and some of the exotics that we'll see at Auto Expo 2014.
Narrowed down on your dream car? Before you buy, head to carloan.kotak.com and check out a wide range of new, used and refinanced car loans. It's hassle-free. In fact, your loan could be approved in just 2 days, and if it's a customized scheme you're looking for, they have you covered. Call 1-800-209-5732. Visit carloan.kotak.com or email marketing@kotak.com.
And we're back. This is the third and final installment of Autocar India's Expo Buzz 2014 preview podcast series presented by Kotak Mahindra Prime. And I'm talking bikes today with Karthik. Time now to talk about, we missed out on one Japanese manufacturer in part one. So let's talk about Yamaha. What's Yamaha going to do at Auto Expo?
Well, Yamaha, it's a good question. I mean, we're not too sure. The communication from Yamaha has been a bit confusing in terms of which direction they're taking. They've shown the R25 concept
at Tokyo, right?
At Tokyo. After that, they've shown it in other places as well. Just recently in Indonesia with Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo showcasing the bike. So that is something that's promising. We are hoping that it's there at the Auto Expo. But what is sure to be there is their next scooter, which they are also working on, which is ready now, and that should be showcased at the Auto Expo as well. Scooters is definitely the booming segment in the Indian motorcycle market, so they will be coming out with their next product in that space as well.
Sticking with scooters, Indian scooter manufacturer TVS Motors, nice job with the Jupiter in 2013, and I believe there's a new scooty coming in for 2014 at the Auto Expo.
Yeah, I think TVS with the Jupiter raised the bar with what we expect from them and what we expect from scooters as well. Really well built scooter, but TVS's bread and butter is of course the scooty, and after a long time it's getting a thorough revamp. So we're looking forward to seeing the new scooty at the Auto Expo. And that should, again, for the entry level, for the ladies, for college students, I think that has been the mainstay. So let's see how that goes.
We've seen the Centuro do reasonably well and much better bike, lots of equipment on it. But what's the buzz coming out of Mahindra? Are we going to finally see a Mojo that's ready to hit the road?
Yeah, what is for sure is that Mahindra will be launching the Mojo this year, soon after the Auto Expo. They are likely to unveil it at the Expo itself, and maybe even show some concepts in terms of scooters and motorcycles that will follow through. They will be launching in the course of the year 3 to 4 products. So Mojo will be one of them, and certain other motorcycle variants too. So their stall right now, we are sure that the Mojo will be there. There should be another motorcycle and a scooter too.
So Karthik, talking of Auto Expo 2012, I remember all of us, any one of us who was interested in bikes at all, went over to Triumph, mouths open, saying, yeah man, Triumph's finally going to come to India with their entire lineup. And 2 years down the line, Triumph have finally come to India with their entire lineup. But this time around, what we'll see at Auto Expo is pretty much what we'll get on the road, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in 2012, we saw what would be the lineup. Now this year, we're going to see what is their lineup. They have brought they brought the entire range to India in that sense, and with still pretty attractive pricing. If anything, personal grievance, I wish they brought the 675 at a lower price tag, but the 675R, for which surely, for that sports bike, sure there would be a lot of people interested in that, but 13 lakhs, it does seem a bit pricey. So you're going to see the entire lineup. For the first time, we're going to see all of those bikes lined up together in the flesh. That's going to be fascinating. Apart from the big bikes at the Triumph stall, we're hoping to see the 250cc concept, 250cc motorcycle, which they'll be building in India and sometime in the future. That factory is in Karnataka, where that bike will be made and exported to the rest of the world. We're hoping we catch a glimpse of it at the Expo this year.
And now that Triumph is finally here, Harley-Davidson haven't been resting on the incredible success they've had with the Indian market. I know you've been talking to Anup Prakash, the managing director of Harley-Davidson, recently. We saw the Street 750 last year. We've seen it properly in the metal at India Bike Week now. A bike they're going to manufacture in India. That's pretty exciting. But what else will we see? And also tell me a little bit about just the importance of the Street 750.
The Street 750 is for Harley-Davidson, again, a game changer. This is not a motorcycle that's meant just for emerging markets or for India. This is a bike that's going to be manufactured in the US, in India, and exported to the world. It is a bike that is meant for the entire world, for Australia, for the US, everywhere. It's not some stripped down, low cost bike that they built for India. In fact, this bike has liquid cooling. It's an all new engine. It's a whole new design for Harley-Davidson. They have tried to make the bike lighter, more maneuverable, just generally easier and more enjoyable to ride. And it is going to come from whatever we've spoken. It's going to be a crazy price tag. I'm putting my bets, I'm sticking my neck out here a bit. I think it will be on road about 4.5 lakh rupees.
Okay, I think we're almost done. But Karthik, I'm going to see you at the Expo in Delhi. You're going to be running around going absolutely nuts trying to put together 2 episodes for the Autocar show on Bloomberg TV India. But any other thoughts before we wrap up?
Yeah, a couple of mentions. I think still that Piaggio will be having their entire family. I mean, they will be showcasing their family together. Piaggio, many people won't know, have many iconic brands under the umbrella. So Piaggio will have the Vespa, they will have Aprilia, they will have Moto Guzzi. Moto Guzzi and Aprilia are already on sale in India, as is Vespa, but they're going to be showing 2 new products from Vespa at the Auto Expo. One will be the 946 scooter, which is a fantastic retro scooter, little premium. Not going to be your 60,000 rupee scooter, but beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And there'll be the Vespa S, which is a slightly restyled retro version of the LX125, which we already have. They're going to be showcasing the entire family together to establish that Piaggio makes all these kind of motorcycles. It's not just commercial vehicles.
And Karthik, one final word on Bajaj. We started with Bajaj. Let's end with Bajaj. You had one more point on Bajaj.
Yeah, Bajaj, this is a bit of a tricky one because Bajaj had sworn off scooters, but we believe Bajaj has been working on a scooter. We don't know if you'll see it at the Expo, but if they want to make a big bang entry, I think the Expo would be a great place to show the scooter now.
All right, Karthik, thanks so much, man. And that just about wraps things up for Expo Buzz 2014, the preview podcast series. When we next meet, you'll see us reporting live from Auto Expo 2014, well, deferred live if you like. We'll be there on the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th of February, and we'll have all the important news, concepts, launches, everything you want to see right here on Autocar India's YouTube channel. And remember, keep heading over to the Autocar India website, autocarindia.com, for pretty much live minute-by-minute reports from Auto Expo 2014. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. See you soon.
Narrowed down on your dream car? Before you buy, head to carloan.kotak.com and check out a wide range of new, used and refinanced car loans. It's hassle-free. In fact, your loan could be approved in just 2 days, and if it's a customized scheme you're looking for, they have you covered. Call 1-800-209-5732. Visit carloan.kotak.com or email marketing@kotak.com.